Hi, I'm Peter. I live in Davos, Switzerland, in the beautiful Swiss Alps. I'm the filmmaker of this project. So, what I do is I gathered all the different videos from people all over the world. So, if you came here and someone reached out to you, that was probably me. So, I want to give you a quick rundown of how this works and the questions you have to answer and what I will make out of it. So you start your video by stating your name and where you're from, as I just did. Next, you can talk a bit about your personal experience of the pandemic, about all the good things, bad things, like basically what comes to mind for you. So this is really the space to air your grievances or to be thankful to anyone that kind of helped you through this time. This is the space where you can talk about how you have been affected. So in my case, as a filmmaker, it was very difficult to make money during the pandemic. Luckily, I also had a part-time job in engineering, so I was able to sustain myself that way. And I got to work from home, which was nice. Next, you can talk about the country you reside in, how it was affected, and how the response to it was. So Switzerland got hit on pretty early. So Switzerland was affected at a time where the government didn't know how to handle it. So there was a bit of back and forth with what should we do, what can we do, what is effective and what isn't. But I think they've struck a good tone in terms of balancing restrictions with trying to keep the economy open and really taking a scientific approach towards what is and what is not effective, and a lot of very direct communication between the government and the people. On a global level, there were many different approaches in different countries, and not all of them have worked. Um, what I have seen is that or governments were a bit narrow-minded in their approach, thinking that they have a solution that they want to follow, so they did that to the point where it was not beneficial anymore for anyone involved. There was a lack of looking towards other countries, seeing how they were doing things and figuring, all right, we might want to try this, or we can see that this is not working, so we're definitely not going to do that. So just this basic sense of not having the best solution yourself, but being open to other solutions and being open to listen to people to find what works and what doesn't. The other thing I think was missing is that countries work together in order to solve this. Sharing medical supplies or sharing hospital beds, trying to solve this on a global level, not just on a country by country level. I think that's what we were missing out on for the most part. Lastly, I would like you to talk about your hopes and dreams for when the pandemic has ended. I hope that on a global scale we learn that we don't have the right solution from the get-go. That we need to figure out things and we need to work together to do so. That we're learning to not go down this narrow path of, all right, this is what we decided to do, so now we'll see what happens, but rather to keep an open mind about different solutions, and also give countries, municipalities, regions autonomy to try to figure out different solutions as well. But stay critical, because if you see, all right, this is not working, to be able to go down a different path. So I'm really hoping that the pandemic will lead to more solidarity on a global scale. personal level, I'm looking forward to being free of all the restrictions and all the hassle it takes to get from A to B, be this wearing mask in public transport or having to check 10 websites in order to figure out what you need to go to a different place. So just having those restrictions on freedom of movement lifted is really what I'm looking forward to. I want to thank you for listening to what I had to say about the pandemic, and I'm really looking forward to hear what you have to say. This project is to present a variety of different opinions, not to judge them, but just to show how the pandemic has affected people and how they feel about it, and hopefully also how it has shaped an outlook on people and what they're looking forward to. I'm gonna edit all the videos in order to do one movie that will shown in the local cinema during the forum in January 2022. And I really want to thank you for taking your time to helping me out.